The bells were never meant to summon the faithful. They were meant to count them. And once they rang for you, they would never ring again. High in the northern mountains, where roads disappeared beneath fog and stone, stood an abbey no kingdom claimed. It had no banners, no guards at its gates, no names carved into its walls. Yet everyone knew of it. Travelers spoke of bells that rang without hands, of monks who never spoke, of knights who entered and were never seen again. The locals called it the Abbey of Still Bells. The abbey was old, older than the kingdoms below it. Its stones were smooth from centuries of wind, not war. No chapel fires burned inside. No prayers echoed in its halls. And yet the bells rang, always at dawn, always at dusk, and sometimes in the dead of night. Long ago, the abbey was guarded by an order of warrior monks. They believed speech was weakness, that words bound the soul too tightly to the world. When they took their oath, they spoke their final sentence. I remain. From that moment on, they never spoke again. Each knight wore identical armor, no crests, no names, and every time a knight crossed the abbey gates for the first time, a bell rang. Once, never twice. One winter evening, a knight named Ser Aldrin collapsed on the mountain path. His armor was cracked, his blood frozen to steel. He did not remember how long he had been walking, only the sound of bells. When he looked up, the abbey gates stood open. No guards, no voices. As Aldrin stepped inside, a bell rang. The abbey was immaculate. Torches burned without smoke. Floors were clean, and along the walls stood rows of armor, empty, perfectly arranged. Each suit faced inward, toward the heart of the abbey. At night, Aldrin heard footsteps, not behind him, beneath him. Days passed, or maybe weeks. Time felt wrong inside the abbey. Aldrin noticed something strange. No bells rang for the monks who walked the halls, only for newcomers, only for the living. He began to understand. The bells did not announce death. They marked arrival. Beneath the abbey, Aldrin found a chamber carved deep into the mountain. Bells were embedded into the stone floor itself, each one different in size, each one silent, until a night stayed too long. The abbey did not kill its guests. It emptied them. Memories faded first, then names, then purpose. Armor remained. The person did not. On his final night, Aldrin stood before an empty suit of armor. It fit him perfectly. When the bell rang again, it was softer, closer. Aldrin removed his helmet. For a moment, he tried to remember why he had come. He could not. At dawn, shepherds in the valley heard the bells ring one final time. When they climbed the mountain, the abbey was gone. No ruins, no stones, only mist, and a single bell echoing far away. Some nights, travelers still hear bells in the mountains. Not to call the faithful, not to warn the lost, but to count those who chose to stay.